money for a good time. Rather call some friends of mine. Say there's a place that ain't hard to find. It's just two left.
Open mic, how's it going? It's February the 1st, and I gotta say, this is a groundbreaker for us. This is the first time we have a woman on the podcast, and a sister, none of these. Yeah, this is my sister, Letty Bohnert, everybody. I'm sure most of y'all know her. Yeah, she's actually doing me a big favor. The guy that we had that was going to come in today, Mr. J.D. Rose, he actually fell ill and got sick with the flu. So hopefully him and his family recover quickly. And appreciate you coming in and helping me out, because it was a tight pinch. And I actually wanted to have you in next week. So I was glad that you got to come in and help me out here, because otherwise, like I said, I tried talking by myself, and it's pretty tough to kind of sit and talk. So I was like, at least my sister's here.
Woohoo! Cheers.
Right. And it's funny, because I was thinking about this today. I was like, for us being a brother and sister, we kind of grew up different in a sense. Like, for instance, I was very loved and you were the black sheep. No, I'm just kidding. But no, but for real though.
Well, let me have a drink on that. Cheers, hook 'em.
But what I meant by that really is that when I grew up, y'all guys were all gone already.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Sure
So you, in a sense, I'm jealous of how y'all grew up, because y'all were so tight. Y'all, I'm the baby of 11, 13 if you count some of the nieces and nephews that came to live with us for a short amount of time. But when I was, like I said, me growing up, I was kind of by myself. So they got to have the heyday of where there was 10 kids living under one roof. So that had to be something. I do remember at one point though. Here's the volume for your earphones if they.
I'm good.
Anyway. But I do remember a short amount of time. As I remember the boys' room, we had 2 sets of bunk beds.
Oh yeah.
So we had 2 on top, 2 on top, 2 on the bottom, and 2 on the bottom, and that was the boys' room. And I remember and those are some of the best memories that I can remember, because I remember trying to go to sleep at night, and it's a room full of my brothers, and like I said, you're all crowded and nobody's going to sleep, and it's just pitch black, but people are talking, like making fun of, or joking about Mr. Staling, who was our neighbor behind us. So some of those memories are really, but I was so small, I don't really remember them. And I would hear stories about y'all guys growing up.
All the time.
Like funny.
He even had a basketball net there in his backyard where we sit there and play basketball.
See, and I have to say, I had a lot of downfalls of not growing up with all y'all, but being spoiled was one of the great things I got, because I got spoiled because nobody else was around but me. So.
No, we got all hand-me-downs, but you were the lucky one that got the new stuff.
I went shopping. I got new clothes. But one of the greatest stories I can remember of hearing about you guys growing up is that there was an old station wagon in the backyard that was run down.
Here we go.
And so like 4th of July or New Year's, whatever it may be, there was these smoke bombs. And they would all pile up in the station wagon and light 2 or 3 smoke bombs. And this is like 8 kids in a station wagon piled in there. And the last one who was out would win. And so all these little Mexican kids would come piling out of this station wagon with smoke rings. So that's funny.
We'd be laughing. We're like, what?
See, and I missed out on those kind of things.
And we'd be laughing our asses off this time. We'd all be like, man, now we look back at it, we're like, dang, what were we thinking?
It was such a different time.
That was our entertainment back then.
Right, yeah. So it was, like I said, it's funny to hear some of the stories of y'all growing up. Like I said, I grew up awesome. I grew up very awesome. So I'm so appreciative, because I talk to a lot of friends, and they they tell you, man, I grew up so tough. I had this, and I gotta say, we were blessed.
We were. And what the funny thing is, what I like about it too, is us being in the neighborhood that we grew up, we were the first ones to have a TV and MTV.
Oh, so y'all were the 80s kids.
Yeah, we were the 80s. Cheers, brother.
See, I'm a 90s kid.
Yeah.
I remember the 80s, man. What was that like in high school in the 80s?
What were you like, or me?
What was y'all? Yeah, what was
me?
It like?
Oh, I was a big old Cyndi Lauper.
You were a Cyndi Lauper fan.
Big old hair, rode the pants up, wore the penny loafers with the penny stuck in the front, the prima donna stuff. And I wore the gloves, the lacy gloves, the big old bow in my hair.
Wait a minute, you wore lacy gloves?
Oh yeah,
Nerd.
they were like the cut ones here. I even have a big old hair, and I wore the big old bows tied in my hair like the Madonna style. Oh yeah, that was the going thing.
See, and I gotta say, for as much shit as the 80s style gets about how like crazy that is, at least y'all had courage to do that. Because I think kids nowadays, they don't want to stand out. They don't want to stand out. They don't want to do something like that. So that's great that y'all had that kind of a flair.
Oh yeah, I miss it. I miss those days, going back in those days. Yeah.
Right.
Man, I had a station wagon, 4-door old hoopy station wagon, front grill gone, but that car would pile people up.
Oh man, I'll never forget the day that you came home from work. So Letty comes home from work real quick and talks to Mom, and she leaves her station wagon running in the front yard.
Oh yeah.
And she's talking to Mom or whatever, and she goes outside to get back and go wherever she's going. She comes running back in. Mom, somebody stole my car! Somebody stole my car!
Yeah, I was like, what the hell?
And freaking out, yeah.
Literally.
Little did she know that our brother Junior, who lives a block down the road, which just happened to be walking up the road to come to visit Mom's. Well, he happened to see Letty pull up, run inside, and he sees, well, the car is still on.
It was running, and I'm like, what?
So our brother Alex, which we call him Junior, he jumped in and ran around the block, and of course he comes around the block laughing after he sees Letty. He's already freaking out.
Yeah, I'm just about having a cow over there, so I'm like, who stole my hoopy here? I'm like, dang.
Oh, it was a hoopty and a half.
Yeah, it was a good car, though, I gotta tell you.
Yeah, it was seeing stories like that. I think having a big family, that's the greatest stories. I got to ask you about another story too, and I never really got the full understanding of it. But what was the deal with the story about you going to sleep one time and you put glue?
Oh damn! Are you really gonna bring that up?
yeah. So what did somebody put glue on you, or you did that?
No, everyone was teasing because back in the day we had glue and we put all on our hands. And
like the Elmer's glue, the construction glue.
And we put it on our hands and we peel it off. Peel it off.
I remember doing that.
Yeah. And everyone always said, you talk too much, you talk too much, you talk too much. Well, up to this day, I still talk too much, lo and behold. So what I did, I said, well, you know what, I'm going to shut everybody up and I'm going to glue my lips together. Well, lo and behold, it didn't. I started foaming at the mouth, and I was like, screw that shit.
Okay. I remember always hearing this story, but I would never understood what it was.
And that's what it was about.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Those are the good days, I'm just saying. Yeah. Oh, man, I remember a lot of us used to pile together and walk down to the store, what it used to be called Jimmy's, down the street where Diamond Shamrock is
Jimmy's?
now.
I never knew that.
Yeah, it was called Jimmy's, and we walked down there. Every time we had a few cents, dollars in our pocket, we walk down there, we go shopping over there. There's like 10 of us walking from the neighborhood all together, piled together, you know.
Right.
Yeah. But anyways, back in those days, I could still remember living up to those days. And I wish I could just go back in time sometimes, you know, and just kind of just relive a lot of that.
I'm the same way. It's nostalgic. You're nostalgic.
Yeah. But you know, the funny thing is, though, about us, though, is that we do live that when we were together at Mom's. We all gang together and we laugh and we find some new memories to think about.
You know, you're right about that.
You know.
Yeah.
And I'm so happy, though, that we can still bring in our children's generations to come in and hear our stories, and they laugh about it.
Right.
You know, and it's so funny because every time we have Thanksgiving or Christmas, how Mom and Dad Ray always had the videos going of us, and we all laugh at those and we giggle. We're like, dang, they all laugh at me with my braces, big old hair.
I get the shaft too because I was a chubby dork, and that's all I always hear that. Oh, look at Chris. So, but you're right. It's nice. It's nice to have that.
Yeah. I like those days. I mean, if I can turn back a lot of that time, I would go back in time, you know.
Right.
Not knowing where we are today with society and how the world is these days.
But you're right. It is a sort of a time travel. Like we literally cannot go back in the time. However, when we're always together as a family, that's been that way since we were 8, 9 years old.
Yeah.
So you're right. In a sense, that is kind of going back in the time because we're going back to where it always has been. So no matter what our age is, if we're all together, you're right. It's been that way since we were kids, and it's no different now.
Yeah, and I love that when we drive up to Mom's house for holidays, or even if we just get together, someone texts, hey, I got pizza, we stick together, we all get together, we hang out there. I just love driving up and just seeing all the vehicles there. You know, to me, that's a blessing to know that we can still do that regardless of how big or small the family is. We all 5, 6, 10 of us still happen to just show up regardless of where
I actually caught a lot of shit because on a previous podcast I did, it was around Christmas time, and I was like, I'm not really big excited about the holidays. And everybody took that in the wrong way, meaning that I just don't like being around family. I don't like the holidays.
Yeah.
And what I meant by that is that, like Letty said, we're together so much that a holiday, to me, is every time we're together. So, and it happens so much. Like, the great thing is, like you said, Mom's house there's always somebody there. Somebody will pull up, Mary or Lori will be there, and then if they're not there, Terry's there, or me, or Charlie, or you, Louie, whoever. There's always somebody there. Johnny Ray, John Boy comes and visits. I mean, there's always somebody there for mom at
exactly.
mom's.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying though. So really, regardless of whether you're near, close, far, whatever, there's always someone there. Hey, what are you doing? Same old thing. You know what I'm just saying? And I like the summer and the spring and summer, shall I say, is because we always know we go to mom's in the evenings when we get out of work, whatever, we sit in the front porch. And, you know, we're all sitting there just talking or watching, you know, Nita run around, Grace, and whoever running around. And it's just amazing that we can still do a lot of that, you know.
Yeah, you know, and that's been going on from the beginning. I remember being 5 and 6 years old, and we were always sitting up in the front, and it's still, like you said, to this day, it's the same.
Oh, yeah. And I like sitting there and killing the mosquitoes off my legs and hearing mom say, they ain't getting me.
And put some skin soft on. Put some skin soft on.
There's some right there by the door. Big old whelps all over us when we leave, but no, it's all good. I got to admit, though, that, I mean, we had a good childhood growing up. We really
absolutely.
did. Yeah, we really did. And it was never a dull moment for any of us at all whatsoever.
You know, one thing I've noticed in today's society is that I was blessed to live in the kind of upbringing where I was blessed and I had everything I ever needed. However, it still wasn't peaches and creams. Like, I still had it tough enough to where I realized what is good and what is bad.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't, you know, I had it hard enough times where I dealt with shady people, because we live in the barrio, you know what I mean? So there was people that were not nice people. So it was nice to still live in a family that was full of love. We had everything we needed, but I still got to see the ugliness in the world, and I think that helped me in so many ways. Because there's a lot of people now that I think they don't ever go through a hard time, and so whenever some kind of a hard situation comes up, they don't know how to face it.
Exactly.
You know, and I think we got lucky in that sense where we had it all, but we still had our toes close enough to the fire that we understood what a blessing really is.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
And then not just that too, but every time you go to mom's house, there's always food. There's always something to eat.
Oh, yes.
And she's always has something baked, tortillas, cupcakes, cookies, you name it, it's always there. You want a tortilla? Heck yeah, I ain't gonna pass by not having
With
something
just
like
butter.
that. Yeah, I know. That's what I mean. And I gotta tell you that our mom being an oldest she is, that woman's a go fighter. That woman has lived through it all.
She really
From
has.
day one. And she's my inspirational to where I am today.
Absolutely.
Where I am today. So where I am today in my life, I look up to her a lot. And I can give a shit sometimes about what the world thinks. As long as I know as I can go out the door and knowing that I have my family and y'all guys as my support, that's all that matters to me. This is where life is, you know? It's an 8-hour day job. I do what I do, but at the end of the day, I got to remember who I come home to.
Right.
You know? And I think every day when I go work out, I have the ability to stop at mom's, change, visit with her for a while, and then I'll go to the gym. I like that I can do that, you know? Hey, Mom, how's it going? All right. How's your dialysis? It was good. You know what I'm just saying? But even that little conversation to have with her is 1,000,001 to me.
Oh, yeah.
You know, or even just make a phone call sometime. Yeah, and I know sometimes if we don't go visit, we'll hear about it.
I know.
You know?
Even me, whenever I won't go all week, and I'll show up on Friday or Saturday. It's like, you been working this whole time? You know, that's her way of saying, like, why haven't you come by? You know.
Yeah, and I get a kick out too because Chris' little girl Juanita, is named after the grandparents.
And that's
Juanita
in honor of my
Susana.
mother. Just as much as Letty had praised my mother, I'm the same. I love my mother in the same way, so I could not help but have to. And thankfully, Aaron Wolf was gracious enough to understand the love that we have for this woman.
Exactly.
And she let us name her after my mother. So sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, that's okay. That's good. And like I say, it's so funny because I said, Mom, well, I call her. Their daughter's name is Juanita Susana after the grandparents. And I always say Chickendina. I said, what's she here? Mom goes, look at the tornado. And I just think it's so cute to know that everything's still there,
Yeah.
But what I'm trying to say, the aspect of knowing that the kids are still growing up there, the grandkids are still there. And like you guys, bringing them over there, and she still gets to see all of that.
Right, because she sees Grayson and she sees Anita.
That's what I'm saying.
Right.
Grayson and Anita, and Frank's daughters too, when they come down as well. So, and that's still a blessing that they still come and visit her. That it's not going to die out. It's still going to keep going. The generations are still going and going and going, and that's what I like about it.
Right.
And that's just where we are today, all of us. And Audie and
Yes, Audie's great. Shout out to Audie, man.
Yeah.
Audie, you're probably one of the greatest little girls I've ever known.
Yeah.
You're
big,
awesome.
strong-willed young lady.
Yeah, I love Audie. Audie's great.
Very patient with her little siblings, you know.
Yeah, you know, and that's what's great about her is
Her
she's such a
cousins.
she's got such a big age difference between Nita and Grayson.
Mhm.
Oh, but she's so patient and lovable with them.
Yeah.
I love that. I
Yeah.
love seeing Nita with her, and Nita just
Uh-huh.
wants her. You know, every time she's like,
Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
and I love that.
Mhm.
I love
And that's
that.
the good thing about it is that Audie has patience for that. Audie just takes it in as well, and it's just so nice to see that that's still going on where we left off at. You
Yeah.
know, so
Mhm.
Audie, kudos to you, girl.
Yeah, Audie's awesome.
Yeah,
for
yeah.
sure.
Yeah, but anyways, where I am here today in my life is because my mama, where I started running. You know, I want to, you know.
Yeah, I wanted to ask you about that because I was always the one that was like, I was fighting at the time. I was in the boxing. I was doing MMA. I was running. I did a couple runs.
Yeah.
And then out of nowhere, you and Terry come out
Yeah,
of nowhere.
nowhere.
And now y'all could. I hate to admit this, but y'all could easily outrun me right now.
Yeah.
No problem.
I ain't gonna lie to you, but that's a passion that I have now.
But where did that come from? Was it a medical? Like, did they say you need to lose weight, or was it just in you that you said I want to make a change?
I did.
Okay.
Oh, so speaking of change, so Chris just dropped the bomb on where I'm going to be at right here. Let me read you a little quote of what made me change of who I am today.
Have at it.
Okay? It says, I just woke up one day and decided I didn't want to feel like this anymore, or even again. So I changed. I had lots of excuses for not being able to change, but at the end of the day, they were excuses. Being able to change starts with your decision to change. And that's where I am today. So one day I just woke up and I said, you know what? I can't do this anymore. I'm going to just start running for me on who I am, where I am today, and this is where I am. And then when I, as a person, as a runner, you know, this is what hit me as most too. It says, I'm a mom, I'm a runner, I'm a warrior, I'm an inspired, I'm an athlete, I am strong, my heart pounds, my lungs burn. I run to show my children devotion and discipline. I run for me and for my sanity. My feet connect with the earth, I connect with the world, and with my own inner peace, I run. I'm a mom. That's where I am.
And that's where your strength comes from.
Yep,
Huh?
and it does. Well, actually, speaking of strength, when I started running back in the day, it was amazing, and I love it. I did my first half marathon in 2014. I was stoked up to do it in San Antonio, the Rock and Roll Marathon.
That's a lot of miles. 13,
That was
what?
13 and a half miles, okay? And so I was wanting to do the 26.2.
Well, how much were you running before that, though?
I was just kind of training a little bit,
Were
not
you
as much.
doing like 5Ks and shit?
Yeah,
Or-
five Ks was the most I do, which is 3.5 miles.
So, and then you're like, I'm going to do this 13K in San Antonio.
Well, yeah, I started out that way. Well, that was the year our mom got sick with dialysis.
Oh, was it that bad?
Yeah.
That bad?
And this is where I jumped in and I said, you know what? I'm going to dedicate my first half marathon to my mom. And I said, if this woman can get up as much as she does, do what she does for each and every one of us, I thought I have no excuses. That's where I came up to saying I decided to change who I am, and I'm a runner, I'm a warrior, I am who I am today. I trained that whole 6 months, I guess, give or take, doing 5Ks, 5Ks, 5Ks. I said, this is it. I'm ready to do it. That I spent the night in San Antonio. You almost have to spend the
Yeah,
night.
because you get up so early, right?
Yeah. You have to be up there like at 5:30 in the morning. The run starts at 8. They have you like a corral. You know, you have all these numbers.
How nervous were you?
I was very nervous.
That's a lot of
Yeah.
miles.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
It's downtown San Antonio. You run through the zoo. You run,
Oh, that's
literally
dope.
downtown San Antonio.
That's cool.
You're running by where a lot of the homeless people are. And this is what's crazy. But when I started running, I thought to myself, I'm going to dedicate my first half marathon to our mom.
Right.
Because this woman was my inspiration, like I said, and it always has and always will be. Every run that I do for her, I do it for her. And so when I did that run, I was just like, God, give me the strength. It was, I kid you not, there was 45,000 people that did that run.
It's
that
the
year.
Rock and Roll Run?
Yeah, the Rock and Roll Marathon in
it's
San Antonio.
Very popular. Very
It's
popular.
December 2nd. It's a huge run. It's a huge run they do every year.
How many times have you done it since?
Oh, well, I've done it since then. I've done 4 of them already so
Wow.
far. Yeah. I try to do one every year, and then I also do the Looking Back run, the half marathon.
But you've talked to Terry into doing this
Yeah,
too, right?
and it's so funny because I talked to my sister Terry, which I dedicate to. Woohoo, Terry.
What's
Kudos
up?
to you.
I love you, Terry.
Love you too. Cheers. And that's another thing. I love to drink my wine. Friday nights, yeah. Friday nights before a run, I literally get drunk.
I know, that's the funny thing about it.
I love it.
Yeah.
It gets me going, and people are like, how do you do it?
Yeah.
Hell, I get up, I'm ready to go. I'm sweating it out. I'm just like,
but that's the great. That's funny. That's the
Yeah.
great thing about the human body is it's everybody reacts so much different to everything.
Yeah, and people are like, how do you do it? I'm
Because
like,
me, I'm the complete opposite. Me, I'm like I'm pasta and chicken. I have the same routine.
Yeah.
It was always a chicken spaghetti, real low amount, and just lots of water. That was always my routine.
Yeah, yeah.
So to think about getting drunk or drinking like that,
Yeah.
that blows my mind. I just know
Yeah.
way I could do it.
I got to
But
do
you
that.
got the strength in you.
Yeah.
That's your mental preparation,
And I'm ready to go. And it's so funny because when Chris asked me to do this on my running, talk about family life and my running where I'm at today, I was thrilled. Actually, I told Chris when I walked in, I had my first pair of shoes I wore on my half marathon and my socks, 13.1, and my headband, as you can see. And it says, like I say, run now, wine later. Well, I do the opposite. I wine now and I run later.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've gotten so far from running. I really, that's actually my goal for the 2018 is to get back to where I was. Because I was running 4 miles every day, 5 to 6 times a day. And since I moved into this house, which was about a year and a half ago, I've been non-existent as far as running.
And it's a lot to get back in. But once you put your mind over matter, you can do it. And as for me, I know as crazy as it sounds, but every time I do a run, I always feel like in the back of my head I have to get a new pair of shoes.
I was wondering, I was like, why haven't you been wearing those kicks?
Yeah, no. I get a new pair of shoes every time I like to do a run, which I can do a run between 15 to 17 runs a year.
See, I'm opposite. I'm superstitious.
Yeah.
So if I have a good run in those pair of kicks, I'm gonna wear those kicks until I have, until I not have a good run.
Yeah.
I'm superstitious like
And
that.
see, I'm the opposite. If I don't have a new pair of shoes, my feet aren't ready to go.
Right. What do you wear?
I would like to wear a lot of Nikes.
You're a
Nike's
Nike
my
person?
big thing on Nikes.
Right.
Yeah, when I do run, because they're soles and they're flat, and for me, I'm just ready.
I'm starting to find that Nike is my running shoe as well. I switched over to the Under Armour, and it just wasn't. It actually kind of made me the top of my foot start hurting the arch. So I realized that Under Armour is just not for me. So I'm definitely a Nike guy too.
Yeah.
But the only running I've been doing lately is this type of running. That's good. You run.
What?
This is the kind of running I've been doing.
Oh dang. Yeah, I do those few beer runs myself, but mine are wine run. Dang.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is the prank. They have people. They have people running, like scaring these people. So this is the only kind of running you're gonna get me to do, at least right now.
Yeah.
They left the guy in the wheelchair.
That's pretty bad. They probably need me too. Like, hey, my beer, my wine, hey, forget that,
See, that's the only way you're gonna get me running right now. They don't even know what they're running from. Look at this guy, he's still going.
Damn. Yeah. I'd probably be the same way.
I would too.
Yeah.
It would be hard not to.
Yeah, I'd be the same way. I'd be like, hey, what's going on?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like, what the hell?
What are you running from, bro?
That's funny.
The last one, this one is the best. This is the last one. This is the best one. I would not do this.
Yeah. He hides underneath the bush. Really?
I know.
Who does that?
But that's the truth.
Yeah.
My instincts would kick in and I'd start running.
Yeah,
I would
be too.
Right.
Well, that's just automatic. You're just human. You know what I'm just saying? Yeah. So I'm one of those. So before I get a run started, and for me, I'm speaking of me personally, I kind of like to say a little prayer.
Yeah.
I'm very,
Religion's a big part of your life.
yeah, definitely. And I'm one of those though that when I get started, I like to just thank the good Lord for who I am, because I have 2 legs to get me to go where I need to go, 5 fingers, whatnot. You know, my arms are in good shape, my body's in good shape. I'm for speaking for me. And not last year, the year before, we found out our cousin, JJ Bohnert, had cancer the way he did. I dedicated, I still am, wear pink on those days when I do my run as well.
Shout out to JJ Bohnert,
Ooh,
man.
JJ, peace.
Still out there putting up the fight.
Yeah, definitely. And I do a lot of runs for him. I dedicate a lot of my runs to him as well.
Right.
Because to me, I just think, is where we are at in life, and him growing up too in our neighborhood as well. We're just very fortunate to be who we are today. So to me, I'm just really lucky go-getter. I am. I don't like to stop. I'm one of those that like to just keep moving. I do workouts at the gym, you know. And
that's where I messed up, is I
Yeah.
stopped. I should have never
Yeah.
stopped, because now I'm a year and a half into it, and I think running a mile is going to kill me.
yeah.
But you gotta do it.
You gotta start somewhere, you know.
It's just going to take time.
Yeah, and a kudos to me too on where I like to give a shout out to Anytime Fitness. They got me started there as
You've
well.
been there for a while.
Yeah, a long time, and then I started working out also at
Well, shout out to the Wellness Center. Shout out to the one. That's where I work out.
Peace. And also shout out to Empower Studios. It's a new Empower Studios. It's a workout.
Is that where you do the Rumba?
Yeah,
Or-
that's where I do my Zumba at. Yeah, and it's called Total Body Shred. So shout out to Marjorie Williams as well and Heidi Eubanks. They're
Nice.
awesome, you know.
Where are they
Yeah.
located at?
At off of Mustang Road.
Okay.
Yeah.
So-
And also, you know, so I'm very pleased to have all these people right there to help back me up as well. You know.
Just for the people listening, what are the times that they have these Zumba
The
classes?
Zumba, we do Zumbas on Tuesdays from 5:30 to 6:30, and also on Fridays from 6 to 7. But she also has a lot of different schedules during the day that you can go
okay.
to Empower Studios as
Okay,
well.
so if
Yeah.
anybody's interested, I guess Google Empire Studios and get in
Yeah.
contact and see if you
Yeah,
can get,
and there you go.
get yourself into one of those classes.
Yeah, and also Anytime Fitness, I like going there because those are the free weights too as well that you can do there too as well. But,
So you do
know,
weights?
Yeah.
I thought you just ran there.
No, I do, back in the day I did occasionally just do like the treadmill and, you know, whatnot, but I haven't gone there for a while because I've been going to Empower Studios, but I want to kind of get back in my
Right.
routine. You know, I need to because I got a lot of this is a new year, I got a lot of new runs coming up, so.
Do you do
know.
the Zumba with your co-workers?
There's a few co-workers there.
Because I saw a picture, I think, today or
Yeah.
something that you had a couple co-workers.
Yeah.
Oh, I saw Panya's mom.
Yeah. No, this is another woman,
okay.
cell phone. Yeah,
Okay.
she's a personal friend too at Empire Studios as well that works at. And Marissa, shout out to these ladies that are big
Right.
supporters as well. But you know, going back to the run, I have to tell you that I got a lot of great runners as well. I got my sister Terry Guajardo. Kudos to Terry.
Terry's a beast too, man.
Kudos to my sister Terry. Terry's going to be doing I've talked Terry into. She always told me I want to do a half marathon. Well, lo and behold, I talked her to doing a half marathon this year, 2018, April 7th. You guys, anyone interested? At Looking Back, Texas.
That's a good one to do if you're going to do it.
And she's going to do it with me. So this is going to be my 4th or 5th year doing the Looking Back half marathon. So kudos to my sister Terry for wanting to do that. Yay, Terry! Thank you.
I'm going to be
supporting.
there, but I'm going to be there with Keith, drinking beer, eating a hot dog, or eating something, waiting for them. So.
Yeah, so kudos to you guys. I'm
Yeah.
so happy that I talked her to do this run with me. And then also I got a lot of shout out runners that I like to recognize as well. Cheryl Hahn. Wow, Cheryl, she's amazing. Cheryl, she's in her. I mean, I'm
Real
just saying-
positive, I've noticed.
Yeah. Cheryl Hahn is amazing.
Right.
And then of course I got Elgina Homan. Kudos to Elgina. She's another runner. I just adore and love. You know, Leslie Canese. Kudos to her. And also a big cousin supporter as well, Susanna Rivera.
Susanna, woo.
Kudos to you, Susanna.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just amazing how that girl can just get you inspired and get you going as well.
Right.
Regardless if we, you know, don't come in first or second, we're all there at the end of the line giving each other high fives or hugs and taking pictures.
It's a
and just
core
like,
group.
hey,
Yeah, that's
you
good.
know, and we're really a tight group. Or we text each other, hey, when's this run coming up? Hey, let me know this run. You know, so, or we tag each other on Facebook on when all these runs are coming out. So kudos to all my running ladies. I just love each and every one of
Yeah,
those.
that's
you know?
big. That's it.
Yeah.
That's a big part of doing it. When you got that kind of a backup, you know what I mean? That's great.
Yeah, and these like I said, these lady supporters are amazing, and I just love each and every one of them. And like I said, I can tell you that we all keep going and going and going, and we never stop. These ladies, like I said, you know, they're my number one, and especially, you know, like I say, when I go to mom's house and I'm getting ready to go to my workout or whatever, Terry's like, no, I came home in a hurry from work. I'm going to go do a run real quick. So kudos to her.
I know.
You
Speaking
know?
of Terry, that fucking week that we had like 15-degree weather, my crazy ass sister was fucking running.
Yeah,
she ran by the house.
Yeah, and that girl, kudos to you. Cheers, Terry.
Yeah, me and Johnny Ray were looking out the window, going, there goes Terry.
Yeah, I know. And that girl, she's a go-getter too as well. So I'm just so awesome and pleased.
I'm
that
impressed
you know,
with both of y'all,
Yeah,
how
thank you, yeah.
y'all did that. Because like I said, I remember I was so into my MMA and everything else, and then all of a sudden, my two sisters come out of nowhere, and they're running, they're doing runs and everything, and they're losing all this weight. And now, where y'all guys are at now, y'all guys are unstoppable.
Yeah, it's
like,
amazing.
Like
yeah.
the bar that y'all set for me to catch, it's great because that's my inspiration, you know what I mean?
And I love it. I love it. And like I said, every year before I turn my birthday on April 12th, I try to do 2 half marathons within that year. So I didn't do one this past year because I was literally sick with the flu and all that crap. I mean, who isn't sick with all that crap?
I know a lot of people are getting sick with the flu.
Yeah, seriously. So that's been what's really holding me back on my sickness. You know, is my wine back.
Oh.
Sickness, and other than that, I am good to go. It was crazy because I got the flu in November on Thanksgiving. I had it before that. Then I got sick again on Thanksgiving. I was at Mom's house, but hey, I was still there. Half-assed sick. The next day I go to that Go clinic and I'm sitting there thinking, man, I don't feel good. He's like, yeah, you're sick, blah blah blah, you had the flu. I looked at him and I said, hey doc, this is Friday. I said, I gotta run tomorrow. Saturday. He looks at me, he goes, are you serious? You're gonna get up and go run? I said, yeah, someone's gotta do it. Well, lo and behold, I didn't even get to do it. My sister Terry did. And I'm like, oh, dang.
Oh, she went in your place?
No, she went. We had signed up to go do the turkey trot is what it was. But
oh, that's right.
Yeah, I didn't get to do it because I was sick. But I was just like, oh, disappointed and whatnot. And I was like, literally, I just thought, man, I'm really getting sick. This is crazy.
I know.
When I messed around, it literally just ragged me out to no end. Seriously. And I get to the point to where the hotter the run, the better it is for me. You know,
right? And
I think where that comes from is the support for the family of everybody,
right?
You know, and I like though whenever we do runs out of town or here, Terry's like, you can pick me up. Heck yeah, I would pick you up. You know.
You know what you could have did? You could have did this. Since you didn't go to the run, they have this new thing. It's called Human Uber. It lets you attend events by using somebody else's body. Yeah, that's what you could have done. You could have had somebody run in your place. So,
I could have, yeah.
So apparently what you do is, if you look at this thing here, is somebody wears a FaceTime thing in your stead. So you could go to the party and let this person walk around and they're FaceTiming everybody with you, and it's your face, as you can see. That, you could have did the run like that.
I know, I should have. Now I know.
That's where we're at in the world.
Yeah,
is where you got something
technology
like that.
These days.
Isn't that wild?
Crazy. Yeah.
I guess in some ways it could be kind of neat, but at the same time, that's so weird.
It is, and isn't it crazy how the world turns? And I like about it too is that I'm a big beer drinker, but I'm a big wine. I love my wine.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I never see you drink beer anymore.
No. I'm a big wine drinker, and it's so funny because my mom named me
Winona Judd.
Yeah, Winona. Dang. So that's my name, people, Winona, when it comes to my mom, and I love it.
That's a good one.
And I have to kind of laugh sometimes when we're at my mom's house and we're drinking. I said, Mom, would you like some wine? No, Winona. I said, okay, well, cheers. But I just got to tell you, though, that is, like I say, I'm a big Longhorn fan. I love my wine, and I got to tell you that I just gotta have a glass of wine with me in my hands at all times, you know, and I just love it. It's just who I am, you know, and
wine is a very important thing. It's been since the Roman times.
Yeah.
It's been a huge part of just society in general. So, and Fredericksburg obviously has been booming. Fredericksburg is the mecca. It's funny how many people I'll meet. Where are you from? Fredericksburg. Oh, you must love drinking wine. I'm like, I don't even drink wine. They're like, dude, what are you talking about? Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
And what I like about it, it's so funny because whenever we do runs, they're always giving prizes in some of the runs. And it's so funny because the girlfriends that I run with, you know, like I said, Cheryl Hahn, Gina, you know, Holman, Terry, our sister, Guajardo, Suzanne Rivera, whatever, you know.
So, do y'all consistently, everybody does all the runs?
Yeah, we try to hook up as much as we can if we don't have something planned prior.
What's your favorite run in the area?
I like the Looking Back Half Marathon. I'm really big on it because it's in April and it's like I said, it's not too hot, not too cold. It's perfect weather, and at the end of the day, hey, I get to drink a beer there too. You know, I'm just saying.
The Wild Seed Farm, is that strictly women?
Yeah, I like that one too as well. I like that one.
I honestly thought you were going to say that one.
Well, that one too. I like that one too, but I'm just saying I start out with that one first, and I do also love is the Keith Hoggle run, the Moo Hoggle run.
That's through pastures and whatnot.
Yeah,
right?
that is. That's an amazing.
What's the story behind that?
Well, I mean, they dedicated it. What they do is they do scholarships for that, you know, or they dedicated. Like last year, I believe the donations and all that went to Africa, you know.
Who was Keith Hoggle? What happened there?
Keith Hoggle, it's a Moo Hoggle run, and it's done at their dairy farm at the Hoggle Run out there. And Keith Hoggle, you know, passed away, of course, you know, and so they do a Hoggle Run out there. They do like scholarships, or they dedicate it to like different organizations.
Right.
You know, so to me, whenever there's a run and it's dedicated to a different organization, I'm on top of that.
Right.
I'm really big on that. And I like the way the community here in Fredericksburg actually gets together for things like that.
Very much so.
Yeah. And you know, you'll be surprised that people come from everywhere. I mean, literally everywhere. You're like, hey, where are you from? Well, I'm from like San Antonio, Austin, wherever you name it.
Yeah,
know,
they come from a lot of places.
Yeah.
And just to bring up how tight-knit the community is, and I hate to bring up this subject, unfortunately there was a little boy that was taken too soon. And the family, you know, it was hard for the family, but I gotta say, me being a father of a 2-year-old, if my daughter would have passed and the community would have came together like they did for that little boy, and had the balloons out to show the support and whatnot, that would have definitely touched my heart in so many ways.
Yeah.
And that was beautiful, man. The display of balloons on Facebook, everybody changed their profile pictures to balloons.
Noah Mudd was his name.
Yeah, that was beautiful.
Yeah, it was
such
amazing.
a beautiful display.
That's what I'm saying. Our community can get together regardless of who you are, you know, where you belong in this community. You know what I'm just saying?
Yeah,
so,
it was beautiful.
Yeah,
I gotta say,
it's amazing.
That was,
yeah,
that
it's
was,
amazing.
Yeah, what an unfortunate situation, but a beautiful thing came out of that. And like I said, if my daughter got taken away from me, and that's the kind of support that would have happened, it would have been hard to not smile and just see the beauty in that. And so just to hit home to your point, the community is great, and that's why I've never left Fredericksburg.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and that's where I am here. Anything that there's a run in our Fredericksburg community, I'd like to be 100% on that. Yeah. And I have to tell you, I have another good friend, Kim Wilson. She's a big runner as well. Kim can. Yeah, that girl's a go-getter. She really, really is. She's a good runner. That girl, she puts her mind, she puts her set to it, and she's gone. She's gone. And another one that I'd like to give a shout-out to also is Glenn Herzog. Glenn Herzog.
Is that a doctor?
No, Glenn Herzog.
Where have I heard that name?
He's a runner as well. And we've taken lots of selfies and pictures with him as well. But Glenn Herzog, man, that man is amazing. He's an amazing runner, and he's an older gentleman, but that guy can get you running. And when I see him at runs, I'm like, oh, wow. You know, and it's crazy because I'm one of those, when I get ready for my runs at the start line and I'm standing there, I get there like 30 minutes to an hour early. I'm scoping out the people. I'm like, oh, man, they're here. Oh, man, that one's here. Dang. I look at Terry and all my runners. I'm like, yeah, we're doomed. Yeah, we're doomed. But mind over matter.
It's your competitiveness.
Yeah.
You're competitive. You're competitive. Right?
God, give or take, I really am.
And that's the point of life. You got to be competitive.
Yeah, and I'm one of those, though, when I get behind a runner, that's it. I'm going to stick behind you. If I'm on your tippy toes, I'm right behind you on your toes.
Right. I'm either going to be right on your ass or I'm going to pass you.
Yeah,
right?
exactly. And I start out kind of slow on my runs, so I thought, man, I got 13 and a half miles to go. I got a long ways to go, yeah. And these people are punching it and punching it. And next thing you know, I'm like, whoo, here I come. Here comes the lady. Been letting know that beer wine waiting for her over there. So here I go.
All right, I got an important question there.
Sure.
Because I was a runner for a long time.
Yeah.
What are your running jams? What are you jamming to? Because it's important.
Yeah.
Very important.
I'm a mixture of runs. I got a lot of fast songs, slow songs, Bruno Mars, Cyndi Lauper.
See, I stay away from slow songs. I like hand pick every song in my playlist when it comes to working out, and I would not do a slow jam. I just cannot do it.
Well, that's kind of like an in between. When I notice when I know I'm starting to get, I start out with my songs real fast, but when I know
you go too fast and you end up blowing your load.
Yeah,
huh?
and when I get to a slow song, I'm thinking, oh no, I'm losing my pace. I got to speed it up. That's when I know when I'm getting slow, when a slow song comes on. Does that make sense? Because to me, when I start out with a mellow song and it's just right at my pace, I'm good. But when I start listening to a slow song, I'm thinking to myself, I'm getting too slow.
So what do you do? Change it?
No, I just let it keep running through, and I just keep telling myself the next song's going to be better. I know each song by heart when I know it's going to ready to come on.
Is it on shuffle, or is it just...
No, it's just all on shuffle.
So you know what songs are... Yeah. Like you already know what's coming after.
Yeah.
See, I do shuffle. I do a shuffle.
Yeah, no. I have a page on my phone just dedicated to Letty's Run 1.
Okay.
Yeah.
How many of those are Disney songs?
Well, Frozen. I have to listen to my
I
Elsa.
knew it. I knew it.
God.
I knew it.
Yeah, I got. You want to hear it?
No.
Yeah, okay. Dang.
I get it enough for my daughter.
Yeah. No, 4 of them are Frozen songs. But what I know when I've hit those songs.
4 of them?
Yeah.
Holy crap.
Well, like I said, I can let you listen to them.
Right.
But when I'm on those slow songs, those songs, I know I'm not. My pace ain't where I need to be.
Do you do hip hop songs?
Oh yeah, Bruno Mars, my man.
That's not hip hop.
Well, I like Bruno Mars. Though.
Yeah, he's good,
Yeah.
but I gotta say he wouldn't be on my workout section.
Oh well, I got like I said, I'm a mixture of everything. I got
Right.
Cyndi Lauper.
Well, you're a chick.
Yeah, man.
I listen to that rough stuff.
Yeah. No, and this is me. So like I say, once I start hitting those slow songs, I think to myself.
Would you ever consider hip hop violin?
Yeah, that sounds pretty cool.
Those are hip hop songs. Those are rap songs, but with a classical style.
Yeah.
It's pretty dope. Would you consider running on that?
Oh yeah. It's pretty cool though. You know,
It is very cool.
I like it.
Because those are straight gutter rap songs.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Look at them go. Dang.
That's talent. That's a lot of talent.
Yeah, that's awesome. How they can just hit those notes like that. You know what I'm saying? Dang, look at all the lights on that too.
Yeah, I like classical music, but I don't think I'd ever go watch classical music, but I would go watch this.
Oh yeah, definitely, I would too, yeah.
This is an Eminem song.
Yeah.
And look at that. It's done with violins and cellos.
Yeah. And that small one's got it going, look at that.
Right. He's jamming. I've always wished I could play the violin.
Yeah, me too. And I like when I'm running, I get lost in my own world that I forget where I'm at, that I'm singing my songs to myself. I'm like, dang.
Dude, I'm hardcore like that.
And people are looking at me like, really? Shut up. I'm like, yeah, really? Hell no, this Letty's run.
I'm much like you, where I don't really care what people think.
Yeah, I
so
don't. Not when it comes to my run.
Yeah, I work out at the wellness center, and I would straight up start jamming to a song on the treadmill while there's people around me. I don't care, you know.
And it's so neat. I'm a big Amazon shopper.
Me too. I even fell prey to that.
Yeah. Well, I gotta tell you that I bought a new beanie, and it hooks up to your phone. And I like the new jam shorts that they came up with, the leggings or the shorts. And they have a side pocket where you can just throw your phone on your side pocket. You don't worry about anything. It's handset free, whatnot.
It doesn't feel weird bouncing around on you when you're running?
Are you kidding me? No way. It's a beanie. And you hook it up to your Bluetooth on your phone. You put that beanie on, boom, your music's ready to go.
Oh, that's right. I remember you brought that for Christmas to show us.
Yeah, you and Johnny tried it on. Yeah, and I just thought, man, that's the bomb. That beanie, I love it. So that's gonna be my beanie wearing now.
For winter, at least.
Oh,
Are you gonna wear it during summer too?
Yeah, it's going with me everywhere as I go.
Boxers wear beanies during summer.
Yeah, and I like it because, like I said, you just put it on. And you're done. You don't worry about. I'm one of those. I'm a runner. I don't like nothing. I mean, I kid you. I don't like all these gadgets on me. You kidding me? I don't.
I do wish I had wireless headphones. That's the only thing I do.
I got some of those. I do. Depending if it's a long run, I will wear those only because I don't want to be messing with too much. I'm not one to just mess with any. Oh man, when you take off, you don't have time for that.
I know.
I get very stoked, and once I get running, I don't even like a bracelet bouncing off me, nothing. I'm just, go get her.
That's the neat thing about running too, is the for as physical as it is, because running is a physical thing. You could totally black out. I've ran for 4 miles at a time, and I daydreamed the whole fucking time.
Oh yeah.
And before I knew it, I was like, damn, I'm done. The whole, I daydreamed the whole time. I just zoned out the whole time, and that's one of the favorite things about running. That's what I miss the most about running. Is working that out. Like you work out life in a short amount of time. You have a time. You're all by yourself. You're just running. All you got is your own thoughts, and it's amazing that it's almost like a meditation.
Oh yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, I love it. And people are like, "Yeah, I'll drive drinking a beer next to you." I'm like, "Really, bitch? Come join me."
Well, the thing is, my whole thing was, even if you're running for 30 minutes, and the amount of time that somebody can sit and watch a TV show. And you go run instead of watching that TV show, you improved your life.
Oh, yeah.
All it took was 30 minutes to do it.
Yeah.
And
actually, from my front door to where I live on 965 Ranch Road, going to
Bohnert
Enchanted Rock. Yeah. From my front door to Enchanted Inn, that's 2 miles. From 2 miles all the way back, that's exactly 4 miles round trip.
No shit.
Yeah. I can run that.
I thought it was further than that.
No.
I mean, less than that.
It's 4 miles.
Wow.
I can actually run that in like 35 to 40 minutes, those 4 miles.
Right.
Now, from my front door to where we lived back in the day at Mom's house, that's exactly 7 miles. I can run that, give or take, just depending if there's not a lot of traffic or whatever, I can run that like an hour and 15 minutes.
Dude, that hill past Enchanted Inn has to be a bitch.
Oh, it is, man. And I stoke myself out. That's when my music comes in, and I'm thinking to myself, yeah.
Oh, what are you doing now? Fucking Frozen time?
Yeah, I am. I'm like, go, boy. And I was like, and I kid you not, that one time, I try to run it once a month, and just to start getting me going. I didn't do it last month because, like I said, this month, January, I was sick. This month, I'm ready to go. I do it once a month on a Saturday or Sunday. And if you do it actually from my front door to Mom's house, that's 7 miles, and come back, that's another 7. That's like 14 miles.
Yeah, I remember you doing that every once in a while. You were like, I'm going to run to Mom's house. And it's like, what?
And it's crazy because when I get going, I've had a few dogs run after me.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, man, you little fuckers, you run after me. So you know what I did one time? One was running after me. I'm like, there comes a car. I'm going to cross the street real quick. That car, my dog ran back there. I said, yeah, that's what I thought. I just kept...
That's the only scary moment I had when I ran is I listened to my music way too loud, so I never heard anything. And one of the scariest moments I ever had during a run is I used to live over there by the middle school, so I'd run out, I'd run towards the primary school. Well, when you get towards the primary school, there's a lot of deer, and like I said, my music was so loud. I remember those deer running by me, and that scared the shit out of me. And I realized that I probably shouldn't be listening to my music as loud as I should, because there's cars and stuff.
Oh, I do. I'm one of those. I'm stoked. Once I'm done, I'm done.
I use it as a tool. I use my music as a tool 100%, especially during workouts. You get this thing called the runner's high.
Yeah.
Runner's high is a really neat thing.
Yeah.
Because you could be done. You're like, I have no energy, and then you get that runner's high, and it's like you started. You just started.
You don't even know. You're like, dang, I'm done already.
Yeah.
That was pretty quick.
The runner's high is a pretty neat thing.
Yeah, and I'm one of those that it's mind over matter.
It really is. That's in all things.
And then when I get up in the morning, I say, I'm going to go do a run. I'm like, this is it. I'm going. No one's going to stop me. I put on my shoes, get ready to go. I'm done. You know what I'm just saying? Yeah, I'm gone,
Right.
So, and I'm one of those sometimes like, after work, I just want to come home, just change and get ready to go run. You know?
That's how I used to be. Something about moving to this house, I've lost that. I don't know why I lost that. I lost that burn. But however, I did work out for 10 years straight, and I think I maybe got burned out.
Oh, yeah. And it can happen so easy.
And but it's been a year and a half, so I need to get back on it. Otherwise, I'm not going to see my daughter turn 19 or whatever. You know what I mean? So I need to work out for her. So there's no excuse.
Yeah. But you know what, though? I just think, too, a lot of people say, I'm one of those, though, I kind of like to eat a lot of healthy foods, too. You know what I'm just saying? I'm going gluten-free.
That's another problem I have.
Yeah, I eat salads at lunch, but I mean, not all the time, but majority of the time I do. I really try, especially when I know that I'm going to do a big old workout or something. I'm like, I'm just going to have a salad today. Because I know when I worked out before, I was like, whoa. You
know Buffy Franzen, right?
Oh, yeah.
Buffy Franzen, man, she got on a no-carb diet.
Oh, yeah?
She's lost like 35 pounds on no carbs.
Wow.
She's lost so much weight that she's gotten her husband to do it. And Shane is a fucking steak-eating dude, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm thinking maybe trying to do the no-carb diet myself.
Oh, dang, yeah.
But man, I don't know. I like tortillas, I like bread, I like
it's a lot of willpower, I tell you that.
I know.
Everything you read has carbs in it.
I know,
You know what I'm saying?
I know.
Yeah.
It's a really strange, I guess it's called the keto diet.
Yeah,
really.
yeah.
But it's just a strange diet. I don't know if I could do it.
Well, I can tell you the diet that I'm on. It's called a Letty diet. Cheers.
The Letty
I love
diet.
my wino. I'm a big wine
The
drinker,
liquid
guys.
diet is what it is?
Yeah. And so, like I say, one settings, there's times I can drink up to 1 to 2 bottles just one sitting.
Right.
I love my wine, Yeah.
Okay, so let's wrap up the run talk here.
Yeah.
Now that you're at your 40s, right?
Yeah. Well, I'll be honest with you. I'm 49.
49. Okay.
I'm going to be 50 April 12th.
Okay.
So I have done from last year April to right now, I've done 2 half marathons and 17 runs in between.
Right.
Yeah, so 19 runs in all.
Okay, so now my question is, so now that you're going to hit 50, what are your expectations for you from now until you're like dead? Like, what do you want to do? Like, what are some of your bucket list things? Like,
My bucket list, first of all, is to do a full marathon, 26.2.
would you want to do the New York Marathon?
Yeah.
Or the Boston Marathon?
I've thought about the Boston, and kudos to our cousin Manuel Gonzalez Jr. Manny. Cheers, Manny. Because he's done the Boston Marathon.
Has he? I did not know that.
Yeah, 26.2.
I did not know that.
He did that a few years ago, I want to say. Yeah.
Wow.
And I thought, dang, I got to do one of those one year.
That'd be cool.
Even if I do the Rock and Roll Marathon in San Antonio, that'll be my first step right there.
Right.
You know, my bucket list too is to be who I am today. I'm not going to change for no one. I'm going to stay who I am today.
Well, there's not nowhere you want to travel to. Like, is there anywhere in the world you'd want to visit? Like France. Have you been to France?
No.
You don't. There's nowhere in.
You know what? My biggest thing is to one day is to just kind of like not give a shit.
I do that all the time.
Oh yeah. Well, I'm getting kind of there.
But what do you mean by that?
When I say that is to just go sit on the beach.
Oh, okay. Not have a care for the world.
No.
Okay.
Sit there for a couple of days.
Well, that's in retirement.
Yeah. Well.
And you've been at Avery's.
Oh yeah.
For a long time.
I went on James Avery's 7 years this year.
27 years.
Yeah.
Okay.
So cheers, to James Avery's.
Wow. James Avery has taken very good care of her.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. And all of our employees.
And then your husband Keith works for James Avery, and he makes the catalog. So all you guys who flip through catalogs, that's done by her husband Keith Bohnert, who travels the country and helps put these catalogs together. Whether it's the development process to the photography process, from what I understand, he's there to help bring those catalogs to life.
Yeah.
And I look at them all the time, and I think to myself, man, my brother-in-law did this.
There's a group of people that put it together.
Right, and he's one of them.
Yeah, and he is one of them. Yeah, that helps put it all together. But
wow, so 27 years.
Yeah, I've been at James Avery Craftsman. Right. Yeah. So, and I'm very pleased to be where I am at life there. And I like what I do there. You know. So.
And your son's wife also.
My daughter-in-law Kayla.
Shout out to Kayla.
Kayla. Woo,
yeah,
cheers,
she's my godmother of my daughter, and I gotta say, Ryan Bohnert and Kayla Bohnert, man, some of my favorite people in the world.
My son Ryan, that's another thing. He's my inspirational as well. My son Ryan too. Right. He's a good kid. I mean, that kid's come a long way.
Fucking great kid.
Yeah. And that's another run. Y'all probably think it's crazy, but that's another run that I have for me on my run music is my song that I have on there is our wedding song.
Oh,
Yeah. That we did together, and every time I just like to do that run, I just that song comes on, and I just think to myself, wow, where did time go? Time's flown so far, but
what year did they got married in July of when was
well,
that?
This year
15?
15, yeah.
Okay.
This year will be 3 years in July they'll be married, yeah. But anyway, so
great wedding, man. I had a damn good time.
Good, yeah.
Beautiful. No. It was actually one of the last weddings that I've been to that were at Turner Hall. Unfortunately, Turner Hall burnt down.
Yeah, definitely.
But I hear they're rebuilding it, so that's great. That's great. I worked at Turner Hall as a tiny little kid. Like I said, I grew up really nice. Yeah. I grew up in a great home. Unfortunately, I walked on the wild side. So me, I had two friends that we went and worked at the bowling alley at Turner Hall. And back then, it wasn't mechanical like now. You throw the ball down and the pins go everywhere. And the machine puts the pins back in. Well, at Turner Hall, we all had to do this by hand.
Yeah.
And I remember we were little 13-year-old kids smoking cigarettes, doing the pins, and it was like Newsies, you know what I mean? It was funny, and I will always Turner Hall is always gonna have a soft spot in my heart. Unfortunately, it burnt down, but they're building it again, so maybe more memories will come.
Yeah,
maybe my daughter will be married there.
You know what I mean? Would you say yeah. And kudos to my son. I don't have any grandkids, but I have two grand dogs I adore so much. Bear and Moose.
Moose.
Yeah, Bear's my little chunky monkey, and Moose is my little skinny mini.
Right.
Yeah, and of course, my son and daughter-in-law have 19 chickens.
Oh, they got the chickens thing, huh? Actually, I just saw Ryan, and he said that they're getting their house is coming soon. So.
Yeah, and they have 2 cats. So I'm like I said, I'm just blessed to be where I am at in my life.
You really are. You really are.
I really am. And like I said, with the love and the faith and the family that I have and where I am today, I have no complaints in life. I really don't. I mean, if you did, then what's life all about?
Yeah, and it's amazing some of the shit that I talk to a lot of people throughout the day, and I gotta say some of the shit that people complain about is like, dude. there's kids in Africa starving, and you're
Yeah.
complaining about some guy not mowing your grass until Thursday. It's like, come on.
Yeah. Well, and the thing is, when I hear something, I tell people to, you know what? We could be like those people in Hurricane.
Absolutely.
The hurricane.
You lose
we
everything.
Could have, yeah, exactly. I said, so you know what? And regardless, we have more than what we are blessed with. Seriously,
Right.
we are. We could be one of those that just walking the streets. That, wow, what's going to happen tomorrow? We can go to work every day, whatnot, and then we can still go home and have a nice bed to sleep in. You
Right.
know.
And that's one of the small blessings. Well, I'm a simple man myself. I see the blessings that I have, and I think most people could be like, well, that's boring. But I'm like, dude, I get to go home to a house, and yeah, I may not go out and party and do all this stuff,
Yeah.
but I get to enjoy the comfort of my house.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
I get to
exactly.
enjoy the comfort of just relaxing.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly,
That's
exactly.
a blessing to
Yeah,
me.
yeah.
And I thank my bosses and everybody else that I get to work with that give me the ability to be in an environment where I actually enjoy going to
Yeah,
work.
exactly.
You know what I mean? So,
yeah.
like shout out to my coworkers, April Stout, Andrea Behrens,
Peace.
Greg Nepkin, Buffy Fronson, and Shane Fronson. Those
Yeah.
are such a great group of people, and just like you, they're very much a big part of St.
St. Mary's Catholic
Yeah.
Church.
Yeah,
So kudos to that as well.
yeah.
So that's where my religion, stops at right there at St. Mary's Catholic Church.
Beautiful church.
And I'm so blessed though to have been able to send my son Ryan there. You know what
And,
I'm saying? And it's a good, positive, inspirational thing.
Absolutely. I'm following your lead.
Yeah.
My daughter, hopefully I get to send my daughter to St. Mary's, because
Yeah.
me and Aaron have talked about it, and that was the plan, was to send our daughter to St.
Yeah.
Mary's, because you're exactly right. The
Yeah.
positive influence of that school, I saw it when I was going to school with some of
Yeah.
the kids that were like Brandon Wood and Jason Gale. All these kids, Myra Contreras, all these people that went to St. Mary's, that it impacted them when they got to high school, because like I said, I saw private school and I saw public school kids. Absolutely huge difference.
Yeah, exactly.
The St. Mary's kids were so much more put together, better, as what you would want out of your own kid, and they were smarter. So it was a win-win in my opinion.
Yeah, and my aspect too, for me, we had a lot of siblings in our family.
Yes,
of course,
we did.
I just have
Maybe of 11. So
Yeah, exactly. And so I just have my son Ryan, my one child. But sending him to St. Mary's School and just hearing the positive things and people saying, God, your son has such good manners, he's a great kid. But to me, that all comes from parenting at home, but yet knowing that he was brought up at a school environment where you learn respect, you learn manners for people.
right.
But, to me, and that's what I want. I'm just saying, because I ain't going to be here forever, you
Right.
know.
And you're right. It takes as they say, it takes a village to raise a child.
Yeah.
And like you said, parenting does it,
Yeah.
but you're not there. You're not wiping his nose 24/7.
No, exactly.
And having him in an environment such as St. Mary's School gave him that
Yeah.
kind of. And I know for a fact that is the product of that school.
Yeah.
Because as great as Ryan is, my boss's kids, who I interact with on a normal
Yeah,
basis, they're all
exactly.
the same way.
Yeah.
They're yes sir, yes ma'am. They are great kids.
Yeah.
So there is very much something to be said about St. Mary's.
Exactly.
And shout out to Susanna again, because she's a teacher at St. Mary's.
Yeah,
And so
exactly.
she's part of that. She's part of that atmosphere.
Yeah, and her husband maternal too works there on the
Yes,
grounds
I
as
deal
well.
with I deal with maternal a lot.
And our Aunt Romalda works there as well
Yes.
at the office.
It's a family affair.
Cheers
Yeah.
to all of you guys.
Yeah, definitely.
So.
Cheers to those guys.
Yeah,
for sure.
exactly. So.
And I want to send my daughter there, and I hope I get the chance.
Exactly.
And I have a daughter on the way, and I hope Miss June, and she's going to be born in April.
Yeah.
So she may
Woo,
just
April 12th, come on down.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
if she's born on April 12th, you guys for sure.
Hey, we're gonna celebrate.
Nita's gonna be upset because she's like, "That's my tia."
It is mine, girl. Yeah. No, but I gotta tell you that I mean, on a good note, I'm gonna leave this with. But I'm blessed where I am. Cheers to my family. There's so many of us to
There really is.
name. I don't want to leave anyone out, but I gotta tell you, from my home life to where I am, to where my family, all my siblings, my brothers, my sisters, my brother-in-laws, sister-in-laws, their kids, whatnot. I gotta tell you that where I am today in life, they are who I am today.
Absolutely. I would never be. I could. It's hard to think of me without Mary, without Lori, without Louie, without Charlie, without Frank, without you, without Edward, without Yeah, without Terry, without
Yeah.
Yolanda,
Uh-huh.
it's impossible for me to be me without them.
Exactly.
You know, without
Yeah.
JD, without
Yeah.
Ryan, without Anna, without
Yeah.
Boo Boos,
Yeah.
everybody. I mean, I
The
could
list
I
goes
could keep
on
going.
and on.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying. You know, the
It's
list
hard,
goes on and
yeah.
on. And I gotta say, kudos to our parents. You know what I'm just
Absolutely.
saying? My mom, you know, she's gonna be what, 78, 79 in August.
She married a younger man, by the way.
Yeah, yeah, but she's good. But I gotta tell you that our dad, you know, Ray
Ray.
Escobar, our stepdad,
The younger man.
Yeah, he has been so inspirational to us. He has stepped up the plate, taken care of us the way we are, who we are today, and kudos to him as well.
Yeah, man.
And like I say, he's there for our mom. And I just gotta say though that
He really is.
he is.
He's
And
stepping up.
Yeah, and I gotta say, with that being said, though, that we are who we are today. You know,
Because
with
of them.
Yeah. And like I say, through thick and thin, if we got something going on, we can go sit at mom's house. We can talk to her about it or things like that. But you know, with all that being said, though, that's who I am today because of her.
Right.
You know, and him. You know, so
For
and all
sure.
my siblings. You know, so
I definitely am grateful to have a dad who busted ass the
Mm-hmm.
way he did. My dad works hard. He works so hard. I still hear from guys today that are like, "Oh, you're Ray Escobar's son? Dude,
Yeah.
your dad was a fucking beast on the
Uh-huh.
steel." Because my dad laid steel. I still hear that from today. I could be on a job site and guys are like, "Your dad's Ray Escobar." You know,
Yeah.
it's like my dad is like a fucking Super Bowl champion. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Of hard work. And that was the example. And then you got my mother, who is just a straight up tough Mexican, old-fashioned, honorable woman. So you get those two types of human beings in your life. There's really no surprise that we're tight the way we are.
Exactly. Yeah.
You know,
exactly.
There's no surprise.
Yeah, and like I said, through thick and thin, we gotta say we'll be there for one or the other, regardless of anything, wherever we are in life. You know what I'm saying?
I could,
So-
my house could burn and I could lose everything. I'm gonna be okay.
Yeah.
And that's because of her and my other family
Exactly,
and everybody
yeah.
else I got. I'm
Yeah.
gonna be okay.
Yeah.
And that's the
this is
support
where life
system
is
we
at.
got. Yeah.
This is where life is at. So I want to say cheers to my brother Chris for having me here.
Hey, thanks for coming. Thanks for being part of this.
I'm just happy though to know that I can say he's my baby brother.
All right.